Now, concerns have been raised about the emotional welfare of university students in the UK and the level of support that they've been given during the pandemic. The body which represents universities says demand for mental health support this year has doubled and in some cases quadrupled, and it's calling on the UK government for extra funding for student mental health services. BBC Three's Hannah Price has been speaking to the families of two students who, according to the families, took their own lives in the past few months.
It's like a light being turned off. It's not gone back on and never will.
Finn was my baby brother. It's almost indescribable. You feel like the floor has been swept out from under your feet.
Two families mourning the loss of loved ones. Students Will Bargate and Finn Kitson were found dead in October. Police say there were no suspicious circumstances involved in the two separate incidents. Inquests have opened into their deaths.
Up there is St Mary's Church, which is where Will is buried.
6 days after going missing, Will's body was found near his home in Essex. His family discovered Will, a second-year student at Warwick University, had missed coursework deadlines and exams. They had no concerns about his mental health.
We didn't suspect anything at all. Neither did his friends. No one had the first idea that he was obviously suffering or there was some problem. The only people who knew were Warwick, because he wasn't submitting any work. In fact, after his death, they'd actually written a letter to him, essentially kicking him out of the university. Quite extraordinary behaviour, I think, in my view, to do that without having even spoken to him, spoken to us, spoken to anybody.
Do you think if the university had contacted you, more could have been done to support Will?
Of course. I am personally convinced that had they contacted us, Will would still be alive today.
Warwick University say they sent 7 emails to Will, but they went unanswered. They are now reviewing their procedures. They added, as young adults, the university is obliged to respect the confidentiality of its students and not share academic or any other information about them with anyone else without their permission. Some universities, including Warwick, have an opt-in scheme where students give consent for a parent, guardian or friend to be contacted if there are concerns. Universities UK say it's good practice to do this, but it's not compulsory. Finn Kitson was a first year at Manchester University. Shortly after he moved into student halls, he was told to self-isolate.
He was becoming increasingly anxious and nervous because he was in a place where he didn't know anyone and didn't know his surroundings.
3 weeks after he started, the 19-year-old was found dead in his room.
I think if we're going to learn anything from this period is that we must put student welfare at the forefront.
The University of Manchester told the BBC the mental health and well-being of students is one of our highest priorities. We have made a very substantial investment in additional support, including a recently launched 24-hour mental health helpline. Our halls offer round-the-clock access to staff who can support students.
Picture of Will just before lockdown, looking happy and content.
The families are speaking out in the hope of helping other students who are struggling.
This is not a blame game. I just want things to improve so that this terrible tragedy doesn't happen to anybody else.
If we can't help Finn, we can help others. I really hope we can help others in some way.
Beth Kitson there, ending that report by Hannah Price. If you are affected by the issues in that report and you'd like details of organisations which offer advice and support, you can go online to bbc.co.uk/action line, or you can call for free at any time to hear recorded information 0800 066 066 0800 066 066.